How's it going, everybody? I hope you've been living life on the edge, because I'm certainly living life on the edge right now with my very, very poor financial decisions. But who knows, maybe it will be an appreciating asset. We'll see, we'll see. As you've read by the title, yes, I have gone ahead and finished my car buying journey. So we did a lot of driving around, driving different cars. I know I didn't get to film all of them, which I apologize. They didn't want me filming some, which is understandable, and I respect that. But shout out to the gentleman that let me drive the Amir. That definitely was part of the process. Anywho, I have gone ahead and bought probably, if not the lowest mileage GT4 in the nation. And the truck and trailer is pulling up right now, and I could not be more excited to pair it with the GT500. Let's go ahead and get it unloaded. Oh yeah. There's something about the flat six. Oh yeah. May not be the most exotic color, but the silver does look good. What? Well, she's here and looks absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm the person that gives their car name, so I don't know if this is guy or girl yet, but doesn't it look so good? Now, I was thinking about wrapping it full matte PPF, but I think I kind of like the gloss GT silver on it. So this is such a beautiful, beautiful spec of a car. We'll kind of walk around, show you all the options and everything. So happy that it came with steel brakes. I know carbon ceramics are all the rage and everything and are awesome, but the steels are just as good. There's really no difference in like stopping power, stopping distance, or anything like that, and they're a lot easier and cheaper to maintain. On the inside, we went ahead and did, well, the previous owner went ahead and opted for red stitching, Alcantara, extended Alcantara package, and of course the carbon fiber with red handles, red seat belts, carbon bucket seats, which are just, oh my gosh, magnificent. And of course you have the awesome fire extinguisher there. You also have the Alcantara going to the glove box and this little centerpiece, which has the measly amount of storage. Look at that, there's practically no room in there. And then you've got leather on the top here, Alcantara steering wheel, which also goes to the roof, and then leather dash with the stitching and the sport chrono. It's a beautiful, beautiful spec. Now, one thing that's actually really interesting about this car is it's not a US spec car, meaning that this was actually spec'd for Canada. Let me show you. So like I was saying, this is a Canadian spec'd car. You can see it has a Canadian plaque right here, and the gauge cluster shows kilometers an hour instead of miles per hour. So the story behind it, which makes it kind of fun and interesting to share with everybody, is the gentleman that spec'd this car out, he got an allocation for one of these, but it was only available in Canada. So he worked through a dealership in Canada to spec this car out, and then it was delivered in the United States. So I didn't have to pay an import fee because it was already registered and here in the United States locally. But it's just funny that it has kilometers an hour and is a Canadian spec'd car. Now, from what I can recall, there's no differences between Canadian spec and US spec because it's all North America region. So there's no different sensors, there's no different baffles, no different exhausts, nothing like that. I really don't think there's any difference as far as what I've been able to find online or in forums, but if you know of anything, let me know in the comments down below. Overall, I am so happy with this spec. It is extremely beautiful. And like I said, I know the exterior color is not the most exotic looking color, but I think with the interior and everything that was spec'd on the inside, it just all ties in together so, so well. So unfortunately, I can't drive it just yet because we're waiting for the title so we can go and register it with the DMV and of course do the most favorite part of the entire purchase process of a vehicle, pay sales tax. Yay. Anywho. So I wanted to kind of walk through some of the things that the previous owner did, which in a way saved me a lot of money. With this being an older car and approaching, you know, kind of almost a 10-year mark, there's a lot of services that are usually required or recommended by Porsche to do when you're kind of hitting that 10-year mark. And the previous owner was kind enough to spend out of his own pocket to have all of this covered. So this is a sheet kind of showing all the things that he spent before selling the vehicle. So he did all of this before putting the car up for sale, which is awesome. Also, because this is a 2016, this does not have Apple CarPlay. There's a few routes that you can go. You can get a plug-in system that basically uses the OEM screen and then shows Apple CarPlay, and then you can install reverse camera, which this also doesn't have, which I'm a little bit scared about, but we'll see how I do without the reverse camera. With it being my car now, it is time to put the first official mod in the vehicle, which is, of course, a wireless car charger that also acts as a phone mount, so I do have navigation and whatnot. So I found this on Etsy, and what's really cool is this is a custom 3D printed piece that sits on the other side of the screen of the glove box and then has wireless charging capabilities and a really, really strong magnet as well. So we'll go ahead and get that installed. So this mod is super easy to install. You just go ahead and open up the glove box, slide it right on the inside. And then what's super cool about the placement for this is there is a 12-volt outlet right here, meaning that you can take this. Sorry, this is hard with one hand. Take this and plug it in. And then when you have it all set up, you just have this little nub that's kind of sticking out, which probably isn't the best and should give it a little bit more leave room, but it's not too bad. And then, like I said, the magnet is super, super strong, and it just goes right there, and you can adjust it however you want, and then it does wirelessly charge, which is awesome. So that's the first mod. Definitely knew I was gonna have to do that unless I wanted to pay, I think it was like $1,000 to do the whole CarPlay infotainment system, which I still might do in the future, but for now, this was the cheapest and quickest solution to the problem of not having Apple CarPlay. So something that is super exciting and awesome about this car, which is also a little bit of a minor inconvenience at the exact same time, is this car is super low when it comes to mileage. So this car off the trailer only came with 460 miles. It's basically a brand new car. Right now, I've put about 60 miles on the car already. It's got 520 miles on it right now, and I'll have the cameraman show you the 520 miles right there. And it's super amazing that something older, 2016 wise, has such low miles on it, which is really great for me, I guess, resale value wise. But the inconvenience of the 520 miles, well, it's not an inconvenience, it's first world problem type thing, but that means I still have to break in this car. And according to Porsche's manual, you need to drive it 2,000 miles, and within those 2,000 miles, making sure not to exceed 4,000 RPMs, making sure you're not staying in the same gear for long periods of time, making sure you're not doing short drives, making sure you let it heat up to 185 degrees oil temp wise. There's a lot of different things with it. So it's a little bit annoying, and I'm doing my best to break it in properly because talking to the previous owner, he drove it like to the store and back, and that was practically it. And so I don't think he ever took it past 4,000 RPMs, you know, basically what the manual wants you to do. So at a 1,000-mile period, I'm going to take it to Salt Lake Porsche. I'm going to have them look it over and see if I still need to follow that 2,000-mile period because, dude, this engine, when you get up there, sounds amazing. Sounds almost like a GT3. It doesn't have kind of that high well pitch, but man, it sounds so, so good. We've already talked about this, but the first thing I'm getting is headers for this car. Everyone says that headers plus the stock OEM's Porsche Sport exhaust is the best combination ever, since you still have the baffles, can open up and close them. So we're definitely going to be doing headers. Leave a recommendation down below in the comments of what headers you think we should be doing. The next thing that we're actually doing tomorrow is we're getting a full front end PPF. I was going to be doing a full matte PPF, but now that I've seen this color in person, I really like it. I don't think I want to do it matte just yet. So doing full front end PPF. We're also doing the mirrors, the roof. We're doing this rear hunch right here because on my other cars, I've always gone a rock chip like right here on the top of the wheel well. I don't know how, but I always have. We're also going to protect this air scoop. And you can see just why I'm doing that is because it seems to collect a ton of rocks. And so I don't want this getting chipped up or anything like that. We're going to have a piece that covers this bottom part. And then, of course, not sure how we're going to do this yet because I'm not sure where. I might have to just do this whole bumper, but I really want to protect this back part from all the rock chips that get thrown from this rear wheel. Speaking of this rear wheel, I've already, besides taxes, I'm already going to have to put money into this car. I've got a nail in this tire. I know. RIP, moment of silence. because I don't know how much that's going to cost me. I think it's far enough in the center of the wheel where I might be able to plug it and patch it, but as you know, it's a lot safer just to get a whole new tire. I'm not really going to be pushing it for the next little bit, so I don't know. Luckily, it's a PS4 and not a PS2, but yeah. So that's great. That's really great. But anywho, that sums up the whole video, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'm super happy and grateful to add this beautiful and amazing car to the garage. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the new GT4, what all should be done with it, mods, track days, what videos you would like to see. I think the next video is going to be first driving impressions. I haven't really been able to take it out all that much, but so far I've loved it. I've already got some things that I want to make a video about as far as what I love and what I hate so far, and maybe a comparison video of the 500 and the GT4, things I love, things I hate, stuff like that. So let me know if you'd be interested in that down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and share the video with a friend if you think they'd enjoy the video as well. As always, make sure to live life on the edge. Thank you all so much. We'll see you later.